All right, here we are with the Quack and Release Onset, all right? This is the next and final onset for George's course, and I hope you guys are getting a lot out of this. Make sure you practice. Get a keyboard, one note at a time, practice these onsets, all right? Now, I'll just take a moment to let you know that these aren't the only onsets that I teach. I teach 8 onsets in my other courses that might be useful for you guys if you want to look into that. But these 3 that I've shared with you in George's course, in some sense, are sort of like the most fundamental ones, or the ones that you should learn first. Okay, so let's get on to Quack and Release. I love Quack and Release. Quack and Release is sort of a weird one, but it has such great motor skills and strength building benefits. Okay, now the Quack and Release onset is not an onset that you would ever really do in singing unless you worked at Disney and you were involved in character voicing or something like this, okay? But short of that happening, you're not going to quack in singing, but Quack and Release onset is fantastic for strength building, for vocal therapy. It's sort of a vocal therapy technique, okay? But it's really great for singers. Fundamentally, what the Quack and Release onset does is it helps us get compression, all right? Some of you out there have difficulty getting your vocal folds to compress. You're having difficulty with vocal fold adduction, add, to bring together, okay? Because when you sing, when you train, sometimes it's windy. And if you sing and train and it's windy, you're getting sort of a windy color, a windy result, then the Quack and Release onset is your guy. That's the one you're going to want to train. And what it does, it builds the motor skills and the coordination and the strength to get your vocal folds together. All right? This is the Quack and Release onset. Here we go. All right, you hear that? The Quack and Release onset has this really weird sort of me thing in it. All right, it's a hyper compressed me. When I do that, I'm really squeezing my vocal folds, and I call this hyper compression. I'm hyper compressing my vocal folds. Okay, again, not for the purpose of singing. I don't want to hyper compress my vocal folds and get that ugly sound color in a song, unless I'm Daffy Duck, okay? But most people don't want that. However, what this is resistance training. This is like putting weights on a barbell and working on your biceps, okay, when I do that hypercompression. Watch me do it again. The key to doing a great Quack and Release onset is to make sure that that weird me thing is super thin and laser-like. Watch. All right, and as you go to release the embouchure and the vowel, maintain the compression. That might be difficult. Some people can kind of get that quacky, hyper-compressed me, but then when they open their embouchure and they release the vowel, it kind of does this. It kind of gets windy again. Well, don't let that happen. Practice, try hard not to let that happen. So you're going to come in with the hyper-compressed, weird, quacky me, and you're going to maintain that position and release the vowel while maintaining that position. And what happens is your body learns how to close the vocal folds and get real tone and not hot wind. All right, we'll do another one. Notice the super embouchure. Keep the embouchure there. Then I said, hey. Some people will get amazing breakthroughs with this onset. Amazing breakthroughs. You may be spending your entire life as a singer, or even for speaking, fighting this windy problem. Like singing and speaking with a lot of wind. Okay? And then spend a week or two really focusing and drilling these quack and release onsets, this technique I'm showing you today, and your vocal folds will be closing and compressing, and you'll be making real tone for the first time in your life for some people. All right? Let's do a couple more. Yeah! It's awesome. It's got a lot of power behind this guy. Notice it's not this. It's not this. Don't do this. Me, or me. That's not hypercompression. It has to be really thin and laser-like. That's your quack and release onset. It is a resistance training onset that will take a lot of you really, really further down in your strength and your motor skills development, especially those folks that are having a little bit of difficulty getting the vocal folds to compress, right? So again, just like track and release and win and release, you're going to grab a piano, you're going to do them one note at a time, chromatically all the way up, an octave or two, and then back down an octave or two, and the game you're playing is perfection. Match the pitch, get the execution done properly, open your eyes, look forward, release a super embouchure, sort of a horizontal position with canines, okay? Commit to it. Commit to it. Do these onsets every day, especially you beginners out there that are building motor skills, coordination, and strength for singing, okay? All right, this is sort of the physical workout stuff in your course, all right? Great. Now, if you have any additional questions, contact George, contact me, and we can help you guys out with more onset discussions or anything else you might have.